The citizens participating in the visit to Italy, coming from several European partner countries of the Bioeconomy project, visited companies in the Emilia-Romagna region, Caviro Extra and Micoperi Blue Growth. Both companies are examples of the application of bioeconomy principles in industrial production. Subsequently, some citizens visited the Ecomondo fair in Rimini, one of the largest European fairs dedicated to sustainability, bioeconomy, and circular economy. In the video, we report the citizens' impressions after this field experience.
My name is Rastislav Bobček. I am from Product Fit company. I am develop products and delivery to the market, which is probiotics, prebiotics, to not only food industry feed, but also energy and agriculture. It was very impressive for me, and this trip in Italy, it's totally changed my perception how should looks this circular bioeconomy concept. And thanks to visit this Caviro, I can see really on my eyes that they can processing almost major organic matter waste product from the wine and fruit industry. And this processing of major organic matter, this waste product, they produce very valuable energy like LNG. And this gas, biogas, LNG, they can refuel all local and regional buses in Bologna. It was very impressive for me, and this is real ideal scene how should look circulation of these waste products. I would say really producing not only LNG from this waste product, but other products for the food, beverage and agriculture, also cosmetic industry. They can produce more than 5-6 other products, and end of this processing, no waste. And this owner, he is really local patriot because he also saving birds. Like we can see small farm of the bird farm where he saving their lives. And this was very impressive for me. Ecomondo, it was very big and very actual exhibition, and they really give answer on this Ecomondo how should look this not only renewable energy but also processing of waste product. We should disseminate this new idea what we see in our eyes to our colleagues in other industry. We should give them chance to create something new, and I would like be very thankful that I can see Caviro and Ecomondo, and I have now more ideas how I can helping to our bioeconomic circulation industry.
Hello, my name is Timea Kurucova, and I took a part in a BioECO-UP project with the bioeconomy cluster from Slovakia. The trip to Italy really changed how I see the bioeconomy. Before the visit, I thought the bioeconomy was only about the recycling or using natural materials. But when we visited the Caviro, MBG and Ecomondo, I saw how it really works in the practice. At Caviro, I learned that the wine company can use all parts of the grape. They make wine, but also bioethanol, fertilizers and energy from the waste. This showed me that the bioeconomy is also about smart businesses and circular thinking. At MBG, I saw how the company grows algae with probably the most nutritious food on the planet and also potential biomass source. At Ecomondo, I discover many ideas from a greener future, new materials, recycling systems, and innovative projects. Leonardo Setti told us the electric system and shared his idea that one day our biowaste could power our homes. After this trip, I really understood the bioeconomy is not just a theory, but a real way to build a sustainable world. It inspired me and learn more and to support bio-based ideas in Slovakia.
Hello, my name is Jaroslav Michalko and I would like to share some of my impressions from the BioEco-UP study visit in Italy. Seeing the facilities of Caviro and MBG was really inspiring and it has broadened my perception of bioeconomy. I was especially impressed how circular processes can be implemented on an industrial scale. And I'm thankful for this personal experience because it also helped me understand how bioeconomy can connect and inspire different stakeholders and actors within the agricultural knowledge and innovation system through practical examples. I'm also grateful for meeting new people working in this field and possible new collaborations.
My perception according to bioeconomy was really very high. I know that bioeconomy is very important not only for Czech Republic, for our economy, and I am very happy that all this trip in Italy was full of examples and inspiration. It was really very interesting for me, so for Czech citizen, to be in excursion to Caviro winemaker, and thanks to the innovation technologies transform previously unwelcome waste into desirable food and chemical debris is a miracle. And if I have the right science, what was waste has an average market value of 60 million euros per year, I would look like to say only congratulations. For me, it is very important to get as a first stage some financial support from EU funds, from national funds, because all these technologies are very, very expensive. But on the other hand, during our visit in company MBG Algae, I had the impression in that company that I was on an advanced alien planet. Keep going, please. Keep going. According to my understanding, now we are in Czech Republic in something like a final stage of preparation of our bioeconomy policy, and thanks to next government of the Czech Republic, it will be possible to adopt Czech strategy for bioeconomy in next year.
My name is Branko Kosi. I attended study visit in Italy in Ecomondo ferry, and my perception about bioeconomy has been touched. I've been somehow familiar with bioeconomy, but so rarely. But now when I visit Italy and then saw the factory that manage with all the wastes that come from vineyard, and they manage so good to produce high value products. This was something amazing for me, and it showed me that as much as possible. It's not that all we talk, we have to have better technology. We also already have a lot of technology that could manage our wastes, a lot of biological wastes, in the much further ways that we know nowadays doing. So my perception is very positive about all I see.
Let me share my feedback on study visit to Italy in the framework of BioECO-UP project. As for my perception of the bioeconomy, it significantly changed as a result. Before the trip, I saw the bioeconomy mostly focusing on waste management, but witnessing these ideas implemented at the industrial scale transformed my understanding. For example, the visit to Caviro was eye-opening. Seeing how a winery could become a fully circular business was inspiring. Each waste of wine production becomes a byproduct. Grape pits, other organic residues are used for producing different products for food industries, organic fertilizers, biogas, and even CO2. Their contribution to restoring the stock population was so unexpected, but it showed how technology, business, and nature can work in harmony. As for visit to alga production site, it was a different experience. I had never been interested in alga cultivation before, never tasted spirulina, so observing how spirulina is grown was new for me. And this, the simplicity yet precision of the technological process surprised me a lot, and I realized how promising such nutrition sources may be. Last day, we visited Ecomondo, and it's added another layer to my understanding. I had never seen so many sustainability-oriented businesses gathered in one place. One day was far too little to explore everything, but it showed how diverse and dynamic the bioeconomy sector is. It's allowed me also to get contacts in waste management and biogas technologies. So overall, this study visit deeply enriched my perception of the bioeconomy. It moved me from a conceptual view towards a more practical understanding, showing me how innovation, circularity, and environmental responsibility can come together in real industries. And probably that touched me most, to see that sustainable transformation is not only possible, but already happening. Thank you so much.
My perception of the bioeconomy has changed after study visits to Italy and field trips to Caviro and Ecomondo. I see that making efforts to close the economic cycle can have significant benefits. I recognize that not every component of a closed cycle brings the same high profits, but overall it has a huge positive impact. My personal experience translates into implementing changes in a blackcurrant production cycle on my family farm. For over 40 years, we have been producing blackcurrants without closing the economic cycle, and I would like to change that by seeing the financial benefits of this initiative. I was truly moved by the fact that it is possible to successfully run a business based on a circular economy. This concept has allowed companies to grow in recent years. Now similar solution can and should be implementing in Poland. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nate from the University of Ljubljana in Slovenia. I participated in this 3-day event. My perception about bioeconomy changed, I would think, the most in practical implementation of it, because we learned about bioeconomy in college, and it was always just this theoretical thing. And now, after this event, I must say that my horizons widened a bit, a lot, I would say, especially after our visit in Caviro, because the things that they accomplished, like everything, I think it's a very, very good. It's good to see that what can be made, what we can do, if we really put our mind to it, and if we have a good idea and knowledge behind it. So how relevant was this for me? I think, as I said before, it showed that it can be made, not just theoretically or in this very small environment, but it can be made on a large scale, and it can be made to really work in real life. And I think going forward, I might do more in this direction to even more widen my knowledge about it all. What really touched me, I mean, everything. I would say all the things that we see, especially Caviro, as I said, and also the Ecomondo, where all these new, almost sci-fi concepts and innovations that were presented that existed maybe only in a movie, and you can see them, you can touch them, and you can see that people are working on all of this. And yeah, it's a nice thing to see, and I was really happy to be a part of it.
After our workshop in Bologna and our visit at the industrial partners and Ecomondo, I have grown totally convinced that we don't lack any technological fundament for the sustainability revolution that we need to save the earth and humanity. And based on this, it has become a much more important and interesting question why we are not doing this sustainability revolution. And of course we know the explanation. Yeah, it's not profitable, and also the behavior of consumers should be changed, and it's very risky. But based on these firm fundamentals that we technologically have, the technological sector can be an initiator of the sustainability revolution much more than I have thought before. So we have the technological fundamentals, so the technological sector can be much more the initiator of the sustainability revolution. And of course regulatory bodies could join in as leaders of the change. But yeah, we have the fundamentals. This is the chief result.
My name is Tamás Szolnoki. I represent the Hungarian innovative SME called AgroGeo and Granofarm Operational Group. But the most important focus field is biomass-based fertilizer development to meet sustainability expectations, organic and organomineral fertilizers adapted to precision farming. Biogas digest is in focus for future. My aspect regarding biomass and bioeconomy has been significantly changed thanks to holistic approach. It is very important to find new joining value chains for grape mark and pomace to create fertilizers, energy, new products with biorefinery. I would like to elaborate on the following good example. Grape mark with poultry manure represented a good source and a high value organic fertilizer for last decades. At Caviro study, we found relevant new value chains. On the other hand, microbiological products, for example, microalgal based biomass production in closed system creates opportunity, improve value of harvested end product for new nutrition and dietary methods. In my home country, one of the most important focus fields is to create added value soil and plant conditional product from algal-based biomass. About Ecomondo exhibition means a new level thanks to thematic separation in biomass industry in different buildings. Very updated technologies and machines were represented. For me and on my side, it's very important activities. What means composting, controlled composting, mechanical biological treatment, and stabilization, soil remediation. Thanks to for joining and listening.
Hello, my name is Tinkara, and I'm very excited to share feedback after watching the webinar on bioeconomy in sports apparel. As a sports enthusiast and also someone working in sustainable development, I'm very happy to have had the chance to hear these conversations. I'm especially applauding the engagement of several different companies introducing different solutions, all from recycling the parts that we used to thought were not recyclable. But I was especially impressed by all the new materials being introduced, such as bio raw materials, waste of apple, like apple waste and cocoa powder, walnut shells, different natural materials used as artificial leather, for example. Also, as a consumer, I really like to vote, if I can use this expression, for products that have natural materials, that don't use materials that have chemicals inside them. So I'm very hope to see more and more of these products on the market, and I also would like to encourage other companies to follow their steps, because I do believe that this is the future, and I do believe that it's also great to address the fact that sport apparel is causing a lot of waste, as same as sports events, which was also discussed in this webinar. So I would really like to thank you for everyone who was involved in this conversation and giving us the chance to cooperate and hear about all the sustainable solutions being introduced.
My whole idea when I heard the concept bioeconomy, the first thing that I was thinking about, like how to make benefit, basically economical benefits from biological resources. But that was something totally different from the real meaning of bioeconomy. It changed my perception towards this concept, and I was thinking that it could be basically depending on sustainable resources. But after the webinar, it took totally a different meaning also, because for now I see that it's not about the sustainable resources only, and those sustainable resources, if they were used or overused for the sake of humanity benefits, it's not gonna be sustainable anyway. So the concept of bioeconomy explaining how to manage those resources to make it sustainable and to give at the same time the highest benefit for human beings from these resources. Actually, it is quite deep. I got really affected by this concept. Now that actually I'm thinking to make my own final thesis of my master's about bioeconomy. There's another option is socio-bioeconomy. Regarding the webinars, there were some specific topics that really touched me. For example, the use of the waste of fruits or plants disposal, for example, to make skincare production. There's another project which includes planting 10,000 trees. That was really interesting because as well we know that our forests suffering great damage of forest fires, overcutting, overgrazing, and that's quite a nice move to improve the situation for the forest.
Before I took the webinar, because I took the lecture Forest Bioeconomy, so I was thinking more like forestry for bioeconomy. But after this webinar, I realized I knew more, not only the forest, like other category. That was very interesting webinar. So now I know lots of products are already in the market, on the market. So now I want to try those products in our daily life. So now I have more knowledge. I have more option when I buy something. Now I can do is the choose, think carefully, choose wisely for our future.
Hi, I'm Irina, and I would like to comment about those webinars. First, about the textile industry. I totally agree with the professor from, I think, from Bologna, where she said that textile industry has a huge impact on humanity. I do agree that we have to talk about it, and that we also have to think about animals. So as animal science engineer, I completely agree with animal welfare. If we talk about the leather or the fur, there are very ugly treatments to the animals, but on the other hand, what do we do with the human? So we could be more nicer, not just to animals, but to us, because let's say for abortion, it's cruelty to humanity. So about the second webinar, I got interested about hemp and our Slovenian company that is producing hemp houses. People can be excited about materials, for example, the hemp, which is very useful as a material. But there is also a question about price, and because of the standard, many people, I believe, can't afford it. So it's nice to talk about bioeconomy, but if there is not a standard what people can afford, then it's just a wish and dreams, yeah. So about the third webinar, I would point out the cosmetic field, natural cosmetic of Slovenian key and company. It's very nice that we think about environment and animal welfare, so that there is no animal cruelty, that we have certificates that are including this perspective. But on the other hand, I think it's also important to people to know that there are some ingredients that can be still natural based, but also human based. I mean, not human, but real human based, such as placenta or other products that comes from abortion. So I think maybe this topic will not be, or this products, abortion products will not be a problem for some people, but I think it's also important to know it, and maybe to include this non-cruelty, non-human cruelty into certificate debates.
Construction and housing is a tremendous problem as for sustainability. Yeah, we could see figures how large is the material, energy and carbon footprint of this industry is. But of course we have to provide housing. Yeah, so it was very good to see how efficient and complex these startups and firms are in controlling totally new whole value chains. So having plantations in Africa or South America and reaching out to marketing activities and every wider aspect of the construction industry in order to make this whole thing sustainable. But yeah, we also can see that this is in a kind of embryonic state, and on the other side we don't have time to make our large sustainability revolution. So a bit reaching out or thinking out from the scope of the webinar, I would say that for me it's also a very large problem about the construction industry, that it's very wasteful. Yeah, so construction industry should be much more modest. So construction should not be only greener and should not only use better technologies constructing houses and so on, but it should be also more modest. So we not only have to use green technologies which are evolving but very slowly, yeah, but we also have to simply destroy and construct less. So this is the chief direction, I think, for the construction industry in order to be sustainable. In all three webinars it was a recurrent topics. Many participants have complained about how much legislation and regulation is still not able to serve the interests of sustainable bioeconomy. And yeah, this is of course it's a very important question. In a moment, a participant even told that regulation would be much more important than doing such projects like this, and the European Union should focus on sustainable regulation and legislation, or legislation and regulation for sustainability implicitly, instead of financing such projects. And yeah, this is true. So after all, when in this project all these participants, all these industrial technological partners have shown how much they are able, they are at the threshold of making this sustainability revolution, they have to stand up, yeah, and say that, okay, we are ready to participate in these projects. We have successfully shown our abilities. Now, please do your task, do your duties, and make regulations and legislations compatible with this. Yeah, because now the main topic is the usage of biomass in a circular manner. Yeah, the focus was on waste regulations. Yeah, regulating it as waste or raw material, and the large difficulties about this. Yeah, this should be solved. So all the participants, as a result of this project, should stand up and say please not only finance projects like this, but do your duty and make able rules for a sustainable bioeconomy. In the webinar about the sports equipment in bioindustry, for me it was quite a thorough takeaway message that multiple participants told how much people are still not aware about the quality nature of bioproducts. So people still think that in quality these sustainable products are still inferior in quality than traditional plastic ones and so on. One participant told in an answer to a question that sometimes the producers have to conceal the fact that they are doing sustainable practices because people would think that quality has drawbacks in this situation. Are we still so distant from understanding that sustainability is our chief goal? So we still think of it as something obscure. But on the other hand, it was quite optimistic how much technology is capable to do. For me, it was virtually a fairy tale coming true that composite materials, which are very common in sports equipments and in a wider sense in textile industries and apparel industries and fashion industry. So these very complex composite materials can be broken down using natural solvents, for example, and then remanufactured. So if technology and these firms are so capable, why aren't we doing this already? Yeah, organization is lagging behind. So once again, as I told in my video after the visit in Italy, if these industrial and technological organizations so capable, why aren't they taking a leading role in turning the whole industry sustainable? Yeah, they can do it. Yeah, they should do it.
Hello, my name is Renata Domish, and in the webinar we were presented with several practical examples of everyday bioeconomy in action. And what impressed me the most was how innovative and diverse these solutions are. And just today I watched some documentary of bioeconomy at Sri Lanka, where, for example, palm leaves and wood scraps are used to feed elephants, and then elephant dung is then collected and transformed into paper in just 4 days. And this is really very simple but powerful example of circular alternative thinking in practice. And during the webinar, we also saw companies which develops, for example, strong cleaning products from fruit-based ingredients, companies that from alternative resources make cosmetics products such as creams, deodorants, soaps, whitening toothpaste from plant-based carbon, and even machines converting food waste into organic resources. And I was surprised how in a circular green economy, fossil-based materials such as plastics and polymers, for example, can today already be replaced with natural, renewable alternatives, and for me personally, relevant examples of bioeconomy in everyday life include using, for example, natural cleaning products, sustainable cosmetics, biodegradable packaging, and of course also reducing food waste. And in my opinion, these are just small decisions, but collectively they can make a very big difference. And I can see bioeconomy, not after watching this webinar, not only as a theoretical concept, but as something practical, innovative, and already present in our daily lives. And after watching the webinar, I feel more aware and motivated to choose sustainable alternatives in the future, because I believe this is essential for reducing environmental pollution and, of course, protecting our planet.
Hello, my name is Luca, and I have to answer the question, how does your perception of bioeconomy change after the webinars? And I would say that before the webinars, I thought bioeconomy was mostly about green products and recycling. And after watching them, I see it much more as a whole system that changes how we design, produce and use things in different sectors. For example, in sports, I saw examples of clothes, shoes, equipment made from plant-based or recycled materials instead of using only oil-based plastics. And in construction and furniture, bioeconomy means for me using wood and other natural materials in a smart way. For example, wooden buildings, bio-based insulation, and furniture that can be repaired and recycled. And in everyday life, it appears in packaging, cleaning projects, cosmetics that is made from renewable resources. So now I would say that I see bioeconomy as something very practical and not just a nice idea.
About bioeconomy and my things about that, my name is Branko Kosi, and I'm dealing with circular economy for more than 15 years. And I was very surprised when I see all those videos, and also this what I see when I was in Italy during last year, and especially because of that, why all the last years we have talked a lot about recycling and such technical things, more on the right side of the Ellen MacArthur butterfly graph. And with bioeconomy, we are touching the most important part of this circular economy thing. So we have done a lot of circular economy in the past, but before our age, before the industrial revolution. So with the new industrial approaching, we are learning how to be one with the nature again. And this is the long way to go more, but as I see on all these examples that we've seen in these webinars, a lot of firms are going very well in this path. Not all of them, but mostly of them are very wide, expand on their way. But also a lot is to do, more in the next year. But I'm very happy to see that also in circular economy and this left part, the bioeconomy part of the Ellen MacArthur butterfly graph is very popular, so-called today. And I hope it will be rising this development in the next future in this way, or maybe even more expandable, as is seen in these webinars that we've seen along this BioEco project. So I'm very glad to be part of this, to be informed about this, and that I could learn something about it that I will also use by my own work. So thank you for all, and best wishes for the development of bioeconomy in the future.
Hello, my name is Yush, and recently I got introduced to the bioeconomy in a more serious way. Before these seminars I had a general idea or where it can be used, but I didn't know anything. Certainly I couldn't clearly explain what it involves or give real examples. Over the past weeks I attended seminars, and now I have a much clearer understanding. Today I see the bioeconomy as an approach that replaces fossil-based fuels with renewable biological resources and support more circular solutions. In the seminar about construction, I learned how bio-based materials like wood-based composites or natural fiber insulations can reduce environmental impact and very much improve energy efficiency in the buildings. In the sportswear seminar, I saw how fabrics can be developed from recycled or bio-based sources while still meeting high performance requirements, for example, like for professional athletes. Overall, my main progress is that I went from a vague idea to understanding the basic concept of the bioeconomy and being able to explain it with practical examples, and it feels like a big step forward for me in this area.
My perception of bioeconomy has changed after viewing those 3 webinars, because I realized how bioeconomy has already transformed some sectors and industries. So I will mention a few that caught my eye. One is the waste problem, with which we all have a problem. And using hemp and algae fibers, it directly addresses the waste problem because it can decompose faster. And the other example is in agriculture, where they produce pit-free solutions, because agriculture is called green industry, but it produces a lot of plastic waste. And other examples that were very inspiring and interesting were in household and cosmetics. So a good example was from Italy, where one company has produced over 2,000 plant-based ingredients, which was like, wow. And the other that was so interesting was the powerful cleaning agent made from unsold food. Like, who would imagine that you can make such a product? So it was very inspiring to hear about those. And what about you, Antonia?
So I can honestly say that my perception of the bioeconomy really changed significantly. I was really impressed by how bio-based solutions are already part of everyday life, as you said, Carmela, cleaning agents, cosmetics, but also when we think about the wide range of innovative materials that can be used in construction. So the examples of best practice were so inspiring, and they showed us how these solutions can be successfully applied in different contexts. So what I find particularly important is that, as we both of us are working in the public sector, these webinars gave us a new perspective for a future decision-making process, future planning. So when we see the advantages of bio-based materials, such as non-toxicity, recyclability, energy efficiency, made these benefits very, very tangible. So I think that I can say for the both of us that we feel very optimistic and inspired,
because the bioeconomy clearly offers realistic and sustainable solutions for the future.
Thank you.
Bye.